And we're back again with another video, and this is episode 3 of our Know Your YouTuber series. And the first one was obviously with Bhargav, the second one with Sam Greenwood, and now this is episode 3. And I have the lovely Miss Melina with me, and it's how do you pronounce your name exactly? It's Melina Selva.
Selva, but my last name is Selvaratnam. It's really long, so I just say Selva.
Okay, and the YouTube world knows you by the name Miss Melina.
Yes.
So I think they can probably stick to that rather than
Yes.
totally destroy the last name. And I can see a few people in the chat as well. Big up to Jordan, big up to Ryan as well. So before we go ahead, Melina, where can people find you? I've put your YouTube and Twitter credentials in the description as well. So if anyone wants to follow you on Twitter, anyone who wants to subscribe to your channel, they can check the links. But where are you generally these days? On which social media platforms are you regularly active?
So you can find me on Twitter. And first of all, Nitish, thank you for having me on your channel. It's nice to be back on YouTube after a month, finally making content again. It feels nice to be back. You can find me on Twitter at Miss Melina7 and on YouTube at Miss Melina. And I'll be uploading Fantasy Premier League content next week. So I look forward to that. Big up everyone in the chat. I see some of you guys from Twitter. So respects to everyone tuning in. And if you guys don't mind giving Nitish Beyond the Post a subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated.
And as you just said as well, I have put her credentials in the description as well. So if any one of you has not followed her YouTube channel so far, you can definitely go and check it out. And what it is about, I think she will be the best person to tell more about the YouTube channel. So before we get into the personal side of things, what kind of content do you put out there for people who haven't subscribed to you yet?
Yeah, so I'll be honest, like for when I first started the channel, I started the channel to help cope with the adversity of lockdown. And I'm from Toronto, Canada. Most of you guys know. Toronto has been in lockdown for 1 year and 6 months. We just got out of it recently. So I started a channel off with lifestyle, cinematography, photography, baking, art videos. And then I thought, all right, let me go into Arsenal. And going into Arsenal, you know, there's so much to talk about with Arsenal Football Club, especially in the current state that we're in. So then I decided, let me talk about Arsenal and then talk about Fantasy Premier League. I enjoyed playing FPL last season. It was my first season playing it. And I enjoyed talking about it, captaincy choices, preferences, injuries. So I started doing Fantasy Premier League content on other people's channels. Then I thought, hey, this can work for me. I kind of want to do it with my own people. So moving forward into the start of the upcoming season, you are going to be seeing football rants from me, especially when Arsenal play. But most importantly, you will see a tactical breakdown side of match reactions, along with Fantasy Premier League content. But for those of you who don't support Arsenal and who don't even watch football, I will be doing NBA content along with my usual baking vlogs and music videos. So I look forward to bringing new content.
Yeah, people must be thinking all that positivity that she was trying to work on, and then Arsenal. So she tried to bring all that positivity, and then she had to bring up Arsenal, which is just, it is what it is right now. So we can't help that. And a few comments coming in. Big up to everyone who's in the chat.
Yeah, big up everyone in the chat.
Yes, I think Ethan is here as well. Big up to Sarge as well. And John the Revenai is here.
Yeah, big up Revenai.
And yes, big up to Miss Melina, as he's saying as well. She deserves all the love. She's my YouTube sister. I tend to find a sister everywhere. Like when I went to college, I found a sister there. When I went to Instagram, I found one there. So you are my YouTube sister now. So okay, big up to Relentless in the chat as well. And Ryan is talking about the Bluebird.
Big up everyone in the chat. Thanks for tuning in and taking time out of your day to watch the video.
Yep, big up to Arsenal Presser as well. He's doing some crazy streamings of the games, but Twitch is being Twitch right now. And John is hooked on cricket now. Big up to him. Big up to the Spanish Tony Pulis out. I don't know who that is.
I think that's Jahid. Jahid, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, that's Jahid. If that is Jahid, big up to you as well. And please don't talk about Arsenal. Okay. And big up to the other guys as well. Big up to Ratan, and that's Ryan, Relentless. Big up to Cantonas. I don't know some
Big
of
up
these guys.
Cantonese. A lot of them are from Twitter and Spaces. Big up everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you everyone for showing love and support as always. So nice to see all of you guys here.
Yep, big up to Bhargav and Vizzy as well. Are you actually a PhD or is that some kind of a trick name? I don't know. I haven't
Big
checked
up
out your
Bhargav
profile
and
that
big up
much.
Vizzy. Big up Sarge, Ratan, Relentless, AP. I could go on for days, but big up everyone.
No, I'm just saying if Vizzy is actually a PhD, he must be the smartest guy on Twitter and YouTube probably. But big up to you guys as well. So let's get before we get into we'll eventually I know somewhere we'll end up in at Arsenal
Of
or on the
course.
journey. Yeah, so it's bound to happen. So before we get into all those things, how did you start watching football? I know some of them might already know. And how did what is your relevance to Asia, to Canada, and to the UK? Like, what are your you can say your roots for people? Sorry, for people who may not know about it.
Okay, perfect. So I'll start with how I got into football, and
Yeah,
then and I guess like how did I start supporting Arsenal? Unfortunately, for my sins, I became an Arsenal fan, and right now is not the times to be an Arsenal fan. But I will represent the club and support the club in that way, even through the tough, dark times that we're in right now. For me, like to start off with, football has been something I've been really passionate about as a kid growing up. I always wanted to play football on a professional level, and I know we were going to get into this. I like in school, I was always left out as a kid growing up, so I just had like sports to play with, something that kept me busy and occupied, like growing up. And then I started making friends that way. So football is something that I found like as something that I stuck with, something that connected with me with other people across the globe, and making friends that way, playing outside. For me, like how I started supporting Arsenal was through my dad. I like as a kid growing up, he is a massive Gooner, and my grandpa as well. So as a kid growing up, I started like watching clips of Arsenal throughout. They would have it going on the TV often, and I think that just grew on me watching the Invincibles, and of course, as many of us Gooners, our inspiration, Thierry Henry. Seeing that kind of level of play, the creativity, the atmosphere that he brought into the stadium really inspired me. A player like that to put everything on the pitch, all that ambition, and play for the badge. That's something that really made me support this club and choose Arsenal as my home. It made me feel welcome and a team that I wanted to support. Maybe now I'm questioning that decision a little bit, but I'll always be a Gooner for sure. Through the good and the bad. I know I might have some white hairs over here, but I think hopefully this transfer window we mean business, and 12
I have
days
a
to
few
go
now.
till then, but we'll see how that goes. And in terms of my connection with the UK, Canada, and
Asia,
Asia.
Asia.
So I am Sri Lankan. A lot of you guys may know already. So I'm a Sri Lankan. I speak various languages. I'm very like interested in learning new languages. I'm multilingual. And my parents come from Sri Lanka, so they migrated to Canada when I was around the 90s. They migrated to Canada, and this country was really hard growing up. A lot of you guys know the struggles that I faced. If I could tell my life story, this live stream would go on for all day. So, and then coming into Canada, like I was born here, so I'm a Canadian citizen. And then in the UK, I have a lot of my cousins, my aunts and uncles there. So I often go there to visit family and friends. And I think ever since I did a YouTube channel, I made a lot of UK friends that now I can consider calling a family. And it's nice to connect with fellow Gooners near and far. I know a lot of Indian Gooners now through Twitter Spaces, connecting with people, international fans like myself, to give them a voice and to hear how do you support the club that you can't even go see watch. Because for some of us, it's a real privilege to go and support this club, and to go to the Emirates. For some of us, it's not easy, not only financially, but the visas, the paperwork. You already know the struggle of that yourself, Nitish. And just to connect with Gooners near and far, it brings the club together. especially in times like now where the club is in a mess.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, even if people who have the money are thinking twice, do we even want to go and watch this
Yeah,
shit?
I know, and a lot of people have withdrawn their season tickets. Some people have renewed it. I'm not the person to judge someone on how you spend your money. So if you want to buy the kit, that's on you. But for me, I haven't bought like the top I'm wearing now. It was gifted to me. I don't go out of my way to buy Arsenal merchandise, but I do paint, and I do have Arsenal paintings that I've done. So that's just something I keep as okay. This is a memory of my club, but for me, the only thing we have now is the past, right? So us Gooners are in for dark days ahead, but hopefully things turn around for the better.
Yeah, and there are so many players that can give you good memories from the past, but at the end of the day, it's the present that obviously is haunting the Arsenal fans.
Yeah,
And I had shared a tweet like an Arsenal fan had a meltdown after the friendly loss against Chelsea. People are now having meltdowns again if we lose friendly games. So, but it is what it is. Overall, if suppose you were not an Arsenal fan, any other football club that you support, like maybe in Canada
yeah.
or
So I support my local MLS clubs here. I have gone to their games. So Toronto FC, I support them, and a lot of people may know this or may not know this. My Spanish club is actually Real Madrid. So I know Arsenal have never got to win a UCL. I haven't seen them win a UCL yet. Hopefully, in my lifetime, I do see that happen. But for Real Madrid, I have seen them win many UCLs, and we're currently on the verge of signing Kylian Mbappe. So hopefully that happens. So I have seen success with Real Madrid, but I've also seen the dark days of Florentino Perez. And for instance, players leaving our club like Ronaldo and Ozil. So I've seen the dark days of every single club, and I know not every football club has highs, right? So um, for me, if I had to support another club, it is Real Madrid. I do still watch and sincerely support Real Madrid, but also I am very passionate about my local football club, which is Toronto FC.
okay, and big up to the new people coming in as well. KT7 is in the chat. Ryan is always in the chat. Jordan in the chat as well. Vizzy, big up to you as well. Big up to Arsenal Alex as well. So all
Yeah,
these
big
guys,
up
the
everyone.
new people coming in. Nathan is here as well. Big up to you as well. So now we have just started off with the regular. That was football, Arsenal. Let's get into other things. Any other sport that Melina enjoys playing apart from football?
Yeah, so I really love basketball. Although I'm very short, as you guys know, I really love basketball. It's something I'm passionate about, and I always played as a kid growing up till the street lights came on. And another sport I play is tennis. I like tennis a lot, but I do like a sport. Other sports that I watch are F1, boxing, MMA. Obviously, I'm not going to get in the ring with someone. I don't have those kind of energies, but I do enjoy watching various sports. So it's not just football, but for me, my first love is football.
Okay, and any indoor games that may interest you?
Cricket. So I did play cricket growing up in
Indoor
school.
indoor games.
Yeah, so we had indoor cricket in
Oh,
school.
indoor cricket. Okay.
But volleyball was another thing. I wasn't good at it, so clearly didn't go well for me. But at least I tried it out. And Ryan's asking me what's my position in football. Ryan, I think we're gonna get into that soon. So
You can
hang
mention
on to that question. But
where do you play in
yeah,
football in the team?
yeah, sure. So I'll bring it up. I played semi-pro football in America. I'm an asthmatic. I have respiratory issues, and I was declined opportunities here to play locally as growing up. So I got the opportunity to play out of the country, and I played as a cam. And I tore my ACL, and I wasn't able to play after that. And then life hit me, and I had to go to school. And thankfully now I have a job because of that education. But my goal was to be a professional footballer for my Toronto local team. So unfortunately, the dreams were cut short, but we move on in life, right? Minor setbacks, major comebacks, right?
All we need is a cam right now.
Yeah.
Probably.
They could have signed me for free.
Yeah, they could have definitely, and probably you would have done a better job than what Mesut Ozil was doing in his final years.
Yeah. Oh
just
my lord.
just fooling around. Cam matters in the mud.
Who needs medicine when you have me?
Yeah, Eminem. So that works as well. So overall, as you said that you tried playing professional football. So if people want to know like what work you do exactly, like what is your job profile or what exactly do you do right now, apart from your studies.
Yeah,
So can you shed some light
sure.
on that?
So I just graduated in well, I just got my degree in April from university. I want to be a lawyer. That's always something I wanted to do since I was a kid growing up, and I'm one step closer to fulfilling that role. Right now, I work for a bank. I do like financial advising and like a bit of customer relations, customer service involved with that. And I work from home due to COVID. But soon, I think times will change, and I have to go back to the office, and that's in downtown Toronto. So I really enjoyed the job opportunity. I got it very fast after graduating, thankfully. And then outside of YouTube, I do art, I do drawing, I do art. I also like baking a lot, so that's something I'm passionate about. But that's more of like a self-employment type of side business that I enjoy taking part in. And some of you guys on Twitter have seen my artwork. This is just one of them. I have a lot of them like around the house, and I think that's something that I really enjoy doing and detaches me from the stress of watching Arsenal these days.
And the thing is, all you guys, you better warn anyone who misbehaves with Melina that she's going to be a lawyer soon. So you better be scared. You better be very scared.
I just want to say big up to Ankit and Uncle Lori. I think there's other people I didn't big up, but big up everyone who's in the chat so far.
Yep, and Ethan is saying, do play pool or snooker. Do you play pool or snooker?
No, so I tried playing pool. I don't really get it, to be honest. And I haven't gone in a while, so to me it's just more for vibes. But I wish I could learn, Ethan.
Okay, that is understandable. There are so many games in the world. Who's your favorite African player? Just a question from Ryan, footballer.
So I'm gonna have to say club rivalry aside, because I know there's Chelsea fans in here. But for me, N'Golo Kante, he's Senegalese, but he was born in France, in Paris. But I really adore him, and to me, it's criminal to hate him. When he does his interviews, when he plays on the pitch, he has that adorable like baby face, and to me, that's really cute. Like he seems really genuine. Hopefully, that's the case on and off the pitch. But I really like him. He's a baller. So for me, it's him. Second, I would say Sadio Mane.
Okay. Yeah, Mane is humble as well, but I don't know what's
Yeah.
happened to him in the last season.
Yeah,
He's
his footballing
ruined,
has declined, just like his hairline, unfortunately.
ruined FPL completely.
I
But
just
big
want
up,
to say big up to the Sideline Talk podcast as well.
yep, big up to you guys as well. And as I posted on Twitter, Arsenal Presser posted that we are talking about Arsenal only. No, we are not. We'll be getting into a lot more things. So this is just the start. Everything has to start with football because eventually we are used to talking about it day in and day out.
Yeah,
So
you're right. Unfortunately,
so
when you try to get a break from football, it always comes back to you, right?
yep. So let's get away from football a bit. What about traveling? As you said, so which countries have you traveled to? Like how many, maybe you, if you know a number, and which is your favorite country to travel to? Apart from obviously you are from Canada right now, so which is your favorite country to travel to?
Yeah, so I'll start off with I guess you guys already know in the chat. My favorite country to travel to is the UK. I find it like a second home to me. A lot of my family is there. A lot of my friends are there, and the environment there seems like a better version of Toronto. I really enjoy it there, and I go often to see my family. So for me, London is second home for me. Countries that I've traveled to. So as a kid till now. Switzerland, France, Germany, Netherlands, Italy, London, and then within Canada, Dubai, America, and that's just to name a few off the top.
Yeah, that passport must be full by now. You need a new
No,
one.
I'm actually on my second one, so I renewed. Yeah, I renewed my passport. So some stamps in there. I like to collect the stamps, but sometimes they don't stamp, and I get mad because sometimes the visas are electronic, so you don't get a stamp. But it is what it is.
Yeah, you need to tell them, give me the damn stamp. I'm keeping
I
count.
love it. Like I love collecting it. Even when they put like the luggage tags on the bags before, I used to keep them. It was a weird obsession, but it
But it
is
is
what it
what it
is.
is.
Yeah.
We just said that together, and Hunter Gaming thought that it was India, but it's not. Have you ever been to India?
I've never been to India or Sri Lanka. Not yet, no.
So maybe that bucket list will get filled someday, but let's
Yeah, I
see.
would love to go. It's a really long flight, so that's another thing. Like it's really, really long to sit in a flight. Thankfully, because I'm short, I get a lot of leg space in the flights. I don't have an issue like most people do with leg room in flights, so maybe that could work sometime soon.
Okay, as a lot of people have this thing going on social media, are you more of a beach person or a mountain person?
I'm more of a beach person. I like a lot of more like chilled vibes by the beach and music, relaxed. Sometimes just driving by, I find it a lot more peaceful and tranquil. Mountains for me are a bit like claustrophobic sometimes. I'm not really much of an animal person, I'll be honest. I like dogs, but that's about it. Not really into wildlife that much. So I say beaches for me.
Okay, and so if you say beaches, I think Sri Lanka is a great place for you to be, and probably Goa in India.
Yeah. Oh, yes, for sure. And the exotic food as well. Fresh seafood.
So since you mentioned food, let's go to food then. Your favorite food, and the one thing that probably you would be ending up eating at night, like your midnight snack, your favorite one midnight snack, and one dish that you like in general.
Okay, so a dish that I like in general has to be tandoori chicken. And I can't go wrong with it. Actually, chicken in general, buna chicken, chicken 65, butter chicken, chili chicken. Like, I love chicken, jerk chicken. To me, that's my go to all the time. I like cooking a lot, so something I find very tasty. In terms of a snack, I would have to say crisps, like packet of crisps, chips. I like a lot of sweets. Unfortunately, not good for the diet, but sweets is something. Midnight snack. I like ice cream a lot, candies, chocolates. So my favorite, as you know, is Cadbury. In Canada, it's a premium. We get robbed here for Cadbury, but I really like Cadbury a lot. So for me, midnight snack, evening snacks are has to be sweets and chocolate.
And Jordan is mentioning that which is your favorite beach to go. He's also adding that you should visit Jamaica soon.
Oh, I wish to go to Jamaica. My favorite beach in Toronto is Wasaga Beach. It's not too far from here, and it's pretty calm there. I haven't gone because of COVID, but hopefully soon, before the summer ends.
And Wizzy's tempted to Google chicken 65 right now. He had to Google, they had to Google chicken 65.
Oh, sorry, it's an Indian dish.
It's a dish that takes 65 minutes of actual preparation. It's actually supposed to be 65 minutes.
God.
People don't actually cook it for 65 minutes, because obviously no one is going to be that patient when they're hungry.
Yeah,
So it is what it is, but actually the name chicken 65 is because it is actually prepared in 65 minutes.
I didn't
But
know that. Wow.
it is supposed to be, no one does it anymore. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But so your favorite ice cream is chocolate ice cream? Jordan is asking.
Yeah, so no, for my favorite ice cream would be cookie dough. I really like cookie dough, and I like mango too. Mango ice cream is really expensive here, but when I get it, it hits all the feels.
Okay, mango. And fortunately, I don't like the fruit. But the thing is that I love everything else. Like maybe you can say the drinks that are prepared from mango. So I can understand why you like
Yeah,
that.
mango lassi, it's so good.
Yeah, so those things are definitely really good, something that I like. And the next thing, so that is your favorite drink, or do you have any other non-alcoholic drink that is your favorite? Like, what is your go-to drink?
To me, Fanta and Barbican are my favorite like go-to drinks if I have it. Um, and yeah, that's my favorite drink.
Okay, and alcoholic,
No, I don't have.
you don't have alcohol anymore.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's a good
Yeah.
thing. Even I have sobered down to an extent.
Yeah, I
No
don't
more,
drink anymore.
no more partying. Too much partying. Okay. So apart from that, does Melina smoke something like shisha or anything?
I haven't, no.
Okay. Okay. So that's that. Then partying. Do you enjoy partying or like you are a home person?
I'm more of a home person. I prefer house parties with friends and family rather than the big scene. I'm not really a clubbing type of person. I prefer car meets and those kind of like trips or road trips or drives and auto shows. Like I'm more into that with friends rather than going clubbing and possibly messing up your life personally. But I'm more of a reserved person in that sense. And big up Taib.
Big up Taib as well. Big up to the other people as well. We have already mentioned. And Ankita saying I used to live right next to
Okay,
Woodbine
Woodbine Beach.
Beach between.
Yeah.
So big up to you. Okay, the dogs have gone mad now for some reason. So welcome to India in a way. But yep. So as probably they heard you say that you love dogs. But overall, so as you said, you prefer to travel, and you mentioned a lot of countries. What is your
Yeah.
favorite kind of music that you love to listen to?
I listen to a lot of rap music, rap, and then um, well, mostly rap, I would say.
Okay,
Also,
any
like Afro beats sometimes, but to go to it would be rap.
okay, and what about any other genre of music apart from rap, like maybe soft music, country music, or maybe
Oh, I
rock
listen
music?
to Tamil songs sometimes too. So cultural, I would say, but not really rock or country. I'm not really into that.
Okay, moving away from music, movies. What kind of movies do you enjoy?
For me, this is gonna sound so messed up. I like horror movies, but I don't get scared in them. I start laughing in them. I'm the type of person, if you guys know me, I laugh at everything, especially in like scenarios where you're not supposed to laugh. So for me, I really love horror movies. I like mystery, and I love a comedy, so rom com. I'm really into those, but I also like a series like The Godfather trilogy is my favorite movie of all time. Scarface is another really good movie, but I also like life story movies like The Pursuit of Happiness. I like movies with a good storyline, so that's my personal preference.
Okay, and one genre of movie that you would never want to watch, so that guys know that you never mention those.
Um, I would say romance. I'm not really a fan of like too much romance, like Twilight and those stuff. Like, ugh.
I don't think romance is the only reason why people would react like that to Twilight. There are many more reasons. That's
I'm
not
not
just the
into
only
like
reason.
romantic, like the Titanic and stuff. I didn't really find it that pleasing as people did. I wasn't really into that, to be honest.
Okay, and do you read books?
Sometimes, not really anymore because of work and family commitments. So I haven't really read in a long time. But I like reading series. I do have the Harry Potter series. I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, so I do have the whole collection there. But it's been a while since I actually read something. I read the FBL books though, so if that counts, then that might be the last book I read.
You meant the comic books.
No, FPL, like fantasy football managing books. I've read like some of those on how to like build your team. It was written recently by one of the FPL managers.
Okay, so there are actually books on FPS. That's
Yeah, there
something new.
are. People have written books on FPL, like how to improve your team, what strategies to look for. It's quite interesting.
Okay, that's great. Probably I will have to read some because I need to work on starting the season on a high. I eventually catch up, but I mess up the start. So, and I was watching videos of people making, like, asking people on Fiverr to make fantasy Premier League teams for them, paying them for it. And Jordan asked one question like, what is your
Oh, what
favorite
is your
comedy
favorite
movie?
comedy movie?
Yeah.
I like Will Ferrell's movies a lot. So it's been a long time since I've seen a good comedy movie, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back on to you on that. I can't think of one off the top.
Okay, and your favorite comedian probably?
Will Ferrell.
Okay. Apart from his movies, like which actor do you like in general, actor and actress?
Morgan Freeman, I like a lot. Denzel Washington. I'm a fan of Brad Pitt's acting. Angelina Jolie. Emma Watson. So I really like her as an actress, and
Yeah.
that's my personal favorites.
Yeah. So a quick shout out to God and Lucius Fox. If you're watching this channel, just push it up a bit. Do your thing. Probably we can do some kind of a collaboration with your voice over in the background, and everyone will start sharing the video. But yeah, I was just watching a few Batman movies. I was even watching a recap of The Dark Knight, so I remembered Morgan Freeman. He's a legend. But yeah, overall, okay. So, have you seen any local movies, like maybe Indian movies or maybe any
I
Sri
do
Lankan
watch a
cinema?
lot of Tamil movies and Hindi movies, but I said I hate romance, but when it comes to like Bollywood, I am a huge fan of Bollywood. Is a whole different genre you open up, right? So for me, I am a sucker for those Bollywood serials, Bollywood movies, Ashiki, Queen. I really like the music in there. I played it on the piano before. But recently, I haven't watched Bollywood movies in a long time. It's been like a year before COVID, I think, was the last Tamil movie I watched.
Okay, and any Indian actor and actress that is your favorite?
Shah
Who?
Rukh Khan, my favorite of all time. Actress, I don't really have a favorite.
Okay, from coming to on to Shah Rukh Khan, do you watch the IPL, his team KKR,
No,
or
I
any other
don't.
team?
No,
Okay, you're
I
safe.
try to watch cricket, but unfortunately, Sri Lanka is very awful at cricket. The
Right
old
now.
days of Sangakkara, Malinga, it was a long time ago. Matthews Pereira, and it's kind of like Arsenal. We live in the past. Our future right now in cricket is it's horrendous.
And are you watching anything from the current Olympics that is going on? Like any sport?
No, I wasn't watching much of the Olympics, to be honest. I've been focusing on Arsenal transfer news. I've been on Spaces pretty much every single day talking about Arsenal, the club, transfers. So I haven't tuned into much of the Olympics. I do tune into the NBA draft. I watch a lot of NBA. So currently it's the free agency for NBA. So we're
Yeah.
losing some of our players, and we gained two of them through the NBA draft. So that's another thing I focus on now that Premier League hasn't started yet.
Yep. And the question that I will twist in a way, any biographies or documentaries about teams that you have seen in recent time, teams or people that you may remember or recall, or just the you can say the commercial version of some of these movies that are made?
I'm gonna have to be blatantly honest here. The last documentary I watched was Chelsea winning the UCL, and
Okay.
Billy Gilmore documentary. I really liked the Billy Gilmore documentary. I wanted to see like how a kid from Rangers came up to Chelsea and to win the UCL. In no way or shape am I condoning you to watch that documentary. This is just a disclaimer, but I found it really interesting. I did see I know there's an Arsenal documentary coming out soon, but I did see the Spurs one. And in terms of famous people documentaries, no, I haven't really watched any of those or read biographies on them.
Okay, let's move away from the topic that some may find boring onto something more interesting. DC or Marvel?
Marvel,
Okay, your favorite superhero?
Batman.
Okay, from DC. So you like Marvel and your
Yeah, but my
favorite character?
favorite superhero is Batman of all time, so I can't.
Okay,
Like
and
the original Dark Knight, the original Batman
yeah.
Returns. Like to me, I love it. So yes, I love Marvel, but my superhero is from DC.
So your favorite movie in those movies comes from the Christopher Nolan side of movies?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so which one out of the three?
I would say the original Dark Knight.
Okay, with Liam Neeson as
Yes.
Ra's al Ghul. Okay, that was a good movie. I mean, it
I actually
ended
really
abruptly.
like the
Yeah.
current. Sorry, I actually really like the current Joker movie as well. Although it wasn't
Okay.
necessarily based on the whole superhero script. It was more related to mental health, and I found that really
Yeah.
interesting. That's a movie I can always go back and watch. So I really found that take really interesting.
Okay, and do you have any interest in, like, you can say, like, people who are related to movies and they switch their careers maybe towards like politics or social work? And do you have a personal
I
liking for
guess you mean
maybe?
like Priyanka Chopra, right? Like how she does some
Yeah,
activist work.
a lot of people are becoming activists because a lot of things are coming up, like this whole pandemic is a situation in itself. And like India has an actor named Sonu Sood who keeps doing good work. A lot of other celebrities across the globe. If I'm not wrong, who was it? I forgot. Tom Hanks, I think he was the one calling out for a few things related to global warming and supporting Greta and all those things. So, any
No,
favorite
I don't
personality?
really focus on that, but
Okay.
in terms of someone who I really admire for their charitable work, and I might get stick for this, but Mesut Ozil, I really liked, how this goes back to football again, but when Arsenal sacked the 50T ladies during the pandemic, he personally went out of his way to pay Gunnar Sorensen's wages, and I remember, like, I follow him. I've been following him, so although he declined later on in his career, he was one of my favorite Arsenal players, and not saying of all time, but he was one of them. And I remember in his wedding, he donated all his wedding gifts to children in need, and I like seeing stuff like that. So in terms of football, yes, I do look into that, but in terms of celebrities in movies and cinema, no, I don't pay attention to that.
Okay, I guess that is understandable. Like, you stick to your genre of things and you see what is happening around it. Any What is the current show or movie that you would be watching, or if someone found you today, what show are you watching?
I'm still watching Suits, so I'm not finished watching Suits. Suits has been incredible. I started it a while ago and then I stopped because I got bored of it, and then I got back into it. So for me, Suits is something I'm still continuing. I like the show Power a lot. It's a really good show. I recommend it. It's on Netflix. But for right now, I'm just watching Suits.
Okay, so so do you prefer watching an episode at a time, or you prefer the binge watch kind of
I
scenario?
can't do binge watching. If it's like Bollywood, yes, I can binge watch. Like if it's like, for example, Ashiki and then Ashiki 2, I'll do it like one after the other. But if it's a show, a series like Power or Suits, I can't binge watch. I can't sit through like that. I prefer one episode at a time.
Okay, and quickly going through a few comments, John is saying England is a good cricketing side. They are the World Cup winners, currently the holders, so no one can deny that. You must be watching the series against Pakistan. Pakistan was poor. Ethan has read the Tony Adams one, so that's a good thing as well. An Arsenal legend. My favorite cricketer hipster choice at the moment is Liam Livingstone. That man is Mr. Six. Probably you're waiting for the second edition of the second phase of the IPL. And big up to Cheddars in the chat as well, Taib as well,
I
John
got
is,
saved.
and people are asking where John has been. Probably he'll be on the stream soon, an episode about John as well. And Suits is the best show, as Jordan is saying. And Taib is saying Pakistan is worse than Kolasinac. Okay, so your favorite footballers, let's go back to Arsenal because people are trying to push us to Arsenal again. Your favorite footballers in this Arsenal side?
Current squad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a player who has been benched over Willian is Gabriel Martinelli. He's one of my favorite footballers in the current squad. But for me, I also love Saka. Saka is a player who has a lot of passion on the pitch and ambition to bring this team to something where we're back into winning days. Another favorite player I have who deserves captaincy, in my opinion, someone who has hunger and a lot of ambition on and off the pitch, a team leader, someone who comes to training in a Tesco bag, left Scotland at the Euros after holidays and came back quicker to come back to Arsenal. And you already know the name I'm going to say is Kieran Tierney. I'm really inspired by, the amount of pressure he takes on his shoulders. Although he's been injury prone, he does step up when we need him. And to me, he is a leader in that dressing room.
Okay, and obviously all these players are loved by so many fans across the globe. Coming to the Euros, obviously you must have enjoyed the Euros that happened. England did well, and so coming up is the World Cup. Next year is the FIFA World Cup. Which team will Miss Melina be supporting at the World Cup?
I am still gonna back England. Although like we were really unlucky in that final, and the way the penalties happened, we all know how the result ended. But for me, I will still back England, and hopefully they can take the revenge and come back from the setback that happened in the Euro Cup final.
Taib is saying, I am inspired by mangoes. They are so sweet. And Cheddars is saying it's coming home 2022.
I hope so, Cheddars, because I still have my jersey. I still back them. I'm always going to back England. And we have a lot of youth in that squad, a lot of creativity in that squad. It's just a matter of Southgate making the right choices and the right substitutions.
Okay, so let's get into something that we did with Bhargav and Sam as well. Quick rapid fire. Let's start with a simple one. Southgate or Arteta?
Southgate.
Okay. England or Canada?
England.
Okay. If you had to travel to India or Sri Lanka, which country would you prefer to go first?
India.
Okay. If you had to eat anything apart from chicken on a regular basis, what would that be?
Steak.
Okay. Italian or Spanish in terms
Italian.
of food? Food, in terms of food. Okay, Italian. Okay. Generally, when you go out, what is the first thing that you look for?
My purse and my keys.
Okay. And clubbing or karaoke?
Karaoke.
Okay, karaoke. So, which song would you be singing if you went to a karaoke?
I'm not gonna sing right now. No,
No,
way.
I'm not going to ask you to sing.
When I See You Again, the song from Fast and the Furious.
Okay, there are some in the chat as well. Jude or Joe Biden?
Joe Biden.
KFC or McDonald's?
KFC is awful here, so McDonald's for me.
Okay, type being typed.
Skirts.
There you have it, type. No more questions from you probably. Okay. The other thing is with respect to let's go to players. Like if you had to choose between, or let's go between teams. If you had to choose a rival apart from Arsenal to support in a game, which team would you prefer to support?
Real Madrid. Oh, from the Premier League? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So club rivalry aside, I can't believe I'm saying this. Chelsea.
Okay.
I would I don't know. I don't see another club that I don't despise so much.
Okay. You don't have any club that you despise, because that was going to be my next question. Like, which is your most...
I can't stand Spurs, Aston Villa, Man United. Sorry, I can't stand them.
Okay.
Aston Villa, ever since the Buendia thing, and they're trying to make a club rivalry over us. They think when the Emil Smith Rowe extension happened, they were taking the piss out of us, and now they're trying to make it seem like we have a club rivalry. I don't really have a rivalry with Liverpool, but for me, Man United, I can't stand them. That's one of the first fixtures I look for, other than North London derbies, and Chelsea to a certain extent, I would say, because some of their fans are decent.
And Ethan is asking French or English?
English. I can speak French though, but not. It takes me time.
Okay. So more or less we have covered a lot of things. Let me think about what more can we talk about. We have talked about food. We talked about music. The best thing was that you didn't hesitate. Like some other people had to think.
Yeah.
Like sitting there and like, okay, let me go for a simple one. Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings?
Harry Potter.
I said it simple because you already mentioned Harry.
I am a massive Harry Potter fan.
Okay, Twilight or Underworld? Have you seen Underworld?
Underworld. I can't stand the Twilight. Ugh.
Okay. If you had to support probably between a Merseyside club, Liverpool or Everton?
Oh my God, Everton.
John, I hope you're watching. That was for you.
He's gonna unsubscribe right now.
Cheddars is saying I hate Arsenal more than Manchester. Taib is saying I love Liverpool when they lose. People are talking about Liverpool. Taib is saying Neverton. Okay, so if you had to replace Arteta with any manager, who would your choice be?
Any manager that's available, or any manager that we could have got when Emery was sacked?
Any manager Any manager for now. Let's see your choice.
So any manager available, pretending everyone was available.
You can answer both.
Okay, so if anyone was available, okay, so I'll be honest. When Emery was sacked, I wanted Nagelsmann or Rafa Benitez, and my first preference was Rafa Benitez. To me, he's a proven manager, and he would have changed the squad up. I know, Nitish, we have difference of opinion with this manager. I'm not going to get deep into it, but I would have wanted Rafa Benitez. Right now, in terms of a manager that possibly would be available if we gave the cash, because money talks, I would like Brendan Rodgers. And I know Conte is a short-term manager, but
Yeah.
I don't see him lasting long with us. He has a lot of ego-related antics, so I prefer Brendan Rodgers. He brought up Leicester, and look at them now on paper. They are better than us on paper, but in terms of history, we still have our past to rely on at this point.
Okay, out of Edu, Vinay, and Arteta, do you like anyone or you
Oh
don't
my
like
God,
anyone?
what kind of question is this?
Like, because there is a lot of
Oh
difference in
my
opinion.
days.
Like, people think that maybe Arteta is at fault. Edu and Vinay, maybe they can do something.
You're forgetting
Other
the big man, Richard Garlick, as well, the director. So I can't believe this question is being asked right now. Honestly, not to sugarcoat things and not to get too vile on here, I don't rate any of them. And to me, they're all equally responsible for the situation that our club is in at this point. But the main man in the job is the Cronkies and the KSE Enterprise, as well as Richard Garlick. So for me, they're first on my target list if I had one.
Yeah, Richard Garlick just came in, but I think it's not making any kind of a difference. And they got in an analyst today as well. I heard
Yeah,
that
I saw that.
we have our first analyst at the club coming in now. So let's see what happens. But overall, according to your prediction, where do you think we'll finish next season in the table?
I say if we're lucky and if we sign a cam, if we sign a goalkeeper that's not Ramsdale, preferably. If we sign a cam, a goalkeeper, and a right back, assuming that Bellerin is sold, depending on the rest of the transfer window ending on August 31st, I think we would finish around 7th.
Okay, 7th.
6th
Who
if
is
we're lucky.
6th or 7th? Okay, let's see. There may be changes that may happen as well. We may buy more players in this transfer window. If something like that happens, who knows? Who is your all-time favorite player at Arsenal? Is it Henry?
Thierry Henry and Dennis Bergkamp.
Okay, and in world football, who is your all-time favorite player?
Cristiano Ronaldo. So
Okay,
I am a
and
Ronaldo fan.
no comments from me because I like Ronaldo over Messi as well. So I'm not going to debate that. But overall, like players who have retired as well, like Ronaldo is still active. Any other
Players
player?
who have retired.
Yeah,
To
probably.
me, I really liked Maradona and R9. R9 was really, really great to watch. The creativity, the style of play he had, the willingness to pass the ball through, that progression, his speed on the ball. To me, that style of play, nobody can replace his boots and lace his boots the way he graced the pitch.
Yeah,
And
and the
he was
level
very
of
silky with the ball.
and the level of tackling and fouls that were allowed at that point of time was a different level as well.
Yeah, it's true though.
And today's game has probably gotten a bit soft. Okay, so a quick ask. This is for like anyone who's watching there and probably any of the female fans who are watching. And as you mentioned that you had played a bit of professional football, so like if they had to actually play professional football from Canada or in the UK, what would be your advice to them as a person who's already done it to an extent?
For me, like what I did was train really, really hard. And there's going to be a lot of people who will doubt you and tell you like, oh, you're not going to be able to do this. This is too much for you. If you have an ambition, if you have a drive on what you want to pursue, there's going to be setbacks that hit you in life and you just have to overcome them and persevere through them. So it's very easy to say, don't give up, but you have to be very determined on your goals and be very hungry in wanting to achieve them. And don't settle for less. When somebody offers you something that you don't want, don't accept mediocrity the same way that we shouldn't accept mediocrity at Arsenal Football Club. So for me, that rule does apply in life as well. If you want to go professional or semi-pro, you have to put the work in, you have to put the graft in, and reap the rewards later on. But you do have to train a lot and put in the work, the fitness level that you need to at the time. And you have to have your grades as well. So it's not just performance on the pitch, but it's also your attitude off the pitch, your antics off the pitch. You have to be a team player, a leader, and get involved in a squad management, a team management. But I'd also encourage you to start small, like house league, because I played house league football and I started working my way as a kid. So for me, you have to start somewhere, and I would start with, if you're not into sports like that, I would start playing even just for fun with friends and trying to get your confidence built up there, and then go on to train on that professional scale.
I'm not going to read this out loud, but you can see what it is. Okay, overall, if you weren't planning to become a lawyer, what would your other option be? Like, what would you want to be as a professional?
Honestly, for me, since grade 3, in primary school, I had my mindset on what university I wanted to go to and what job I wanted to do. So I think if for some reason I didn't get this job, then I would have probably gone into something in finance, like I am working now temporarily. So for me, that's always my backup alternative. If something was to go wrong, I do have a backup plan.
Yeah, the funny thing is, Miss Melina won't say it, but I'm also a cheat buddy in her English test. If you remember the WhatsApp groups.
I remember that.
And probably if people living in the UK, if you don't get a personalized cake baked from her, then you know where to find her on Twitter and probably ask for one. And just want to add a couple of things before we go ahead. We will be also doing the article, as I had mentioned, about the female fans, which we'll be promoting on the website as well. And so that will be something that will be coming in as well. So Miss Melina will also be part of it. 1 second. And yep. So we'll be doing that as well. So hopefully we'll see Miss Melina there as well. And big up to everyone as well. We'll probably wrap up in another 5 to 10 minutes maximum, because most of the things that we are supposed to cover, generally people take time to think about all those questions in the rapid.
I'm always nervous, but I talk so fast, so I don't get how that mixes, but it is what it is.
No, but it is a good thing. It is the positive thing is that at least when someone quickly answers the questions, that means they know what they want, and maybe they must have thought about it at some point of time, and they have already made up the choice, or they have the preference ready. So
yeah.
that is why it went so fast. Otherwise, people who have to think, maybe they are hit with a question that they must have never thought about before. So something like that. I remember I was asking Bhargav, I think, about the drink that he prefers to.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, a simple question then again. Tea or coffee? What do you like?
Tea. I'm Sri Lankan, of course, tea.
Come on, coffee is also common. It's not as if a lot of people
I like
have
Ceylon
green tea
a lot. Our cultural tea, so I do like tea. Tea and biscuits.
Tai was saying change your channel name to Beyond the Banter. You can put the banter and it will be still beyond the post. But okay, so that is tea. And do you you can say generally, I prefer to have all crazy experimental foods. So have you when was the last time you experimented with food? Did you try something out recently, or
No, not really. I don't really like trying new foods, but I'd say Persian food is something I tried recently, and I really like it. So I know restaurants just recently opened up, so I'll adventure through that. But for me, I stick to the same palate that I'm used to in terms of food.
Okay, and your favorite restaurant, or maybe one of your favorite restaurants in Canada or in the UK?
Nando's for chicken and Afghan kebab, or bamyan kebab for tandoori chicken and lamb. It's very good.
And Leicester or Man City, who's winning the Community Shield on Saturday? John is saying.
Hopefully it's Leicester. I don't want to see City win something.
No one can probably stop them enough. What's Melina's favorite drink and three people she wants to have at her dinner?
I would say
Okay.
apple cider, so nothing really much alcohol in there. I don't really drink. I actually stopped. Three people she wants to have at her dinner. I don't know if you mean like family, friends, or celebrities, but I would say just like my close friends. I have a small circle of friends since I was a kid, so probably just them. But if it was celebrities, then I would love to have a dinner with Kante, Henri, and Bergkamp. So for me,
What
Kante is like my favorite player from Chelsea.
if, I want to say if Ben Rama is watching this video, he probably had a heartbreak.
Yeah, I still like him, but not the club
Ben
he plays for.
Ben Rama is heartbroken now.
He was better off at Brentford.
Melina recently bought a Kinder egg, but she found no toy inside. Did that actually happen, or is he making it up?
No, he's making it up.
Yeah, probably. I knew a girl who used to enjoy that, the Kinder Joy chocolates. Ben Rama is sad.
I like him as a footballer, though. Revan, I did the comp on him too on my channel last season. So hopefully Brentford stay up, but I don't see them lasting long in the Premier League.
And then probably we can sign him and Ivan Tony.
Oh
But he's
my
gone to
God.
West Ham. Ben Rama has gone to West
Yeah,
Ham.
he
He's
is in
going to-
West Ham now. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But even Tony, I don't think they're gonna last long.
Let's see what happens. So let's go back to Arsenal and quickly wrap it up. A signing that you want to see in the next few days before the transfer window closes.
Desperately, we need a cam, and I would like to see James Madison signed for us.
Okay, a signing that
Laurentino Martinez is another signing that I would like to happen.
Yeah.
A signing that I would love to happen as an outgoing would be Hector Bellerin leaving this club. I would desperately fly him out, drop him off at the airport, pack his bags for him, and this, that, and the third. So I would love to see him out of this football club, respectfully. I think his time as a footballer is for Arsenal is long overdue, and it's time to go.
And Taib is saying Tony is a mini Drogba. Okay, and a signing that you don't want Arsenal to make at all.
Tammy Abraham.
I have no idea why the love fest for that guy is going on social media. I have no idea what is
There's a
happening there.
reason Chelsea played false nine. That's all I'm gonna say.
And Cheddars is saying my nephew's a gooner. Do I disown them?
Oh, wow.
Nephews are gooners. Cheddars, if we win something before Liverpool, you're not gonna hear the last of that. especially kids are adorable and annoying at the same time, so you better get used to it. And John is saying if you were serious about Martinez, Onana and Madison would be three fantastic signings, but you get Ramsdale, Abraham, and some nobody.
But we're not
midfielder.
getting Onana though, because he's going to Lyon. I think that's almost finalized, so we missed out on that. And unfortunately, the Ramsdale links are looking closer and closer.
That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I said it that if we sign Tammy Abraham in this window, like buy him, I'll become Arteta out. I put that.
Wow.
that guy doesn't fit into our system. And look at Eddie Nketiah. He's looking so sharp right now.
In preseason, he is looking sharp, but let's see when the season starts, though. The pressure and the pressing type of football that Chelsea plays, he did do well in that match the other day in that friendly. But friendly is important because it does base players on match fitness and stuff. But I just want to end on this point that it's the same old Arsenal. We're seeing players. We're seeing our goalkeeper Leno play out from the back, and players being the same old suspect like Hector Bellerin with the woeful passes, and that stuff should not last in big games like Chelsea in the Premier League, where they like to play attacking, pressing football. And for us, we need to fix up our mistakes, and we can't be playing out from the back because our system and our style of play we have right now doesn't suit what we should be going forward to with Brentford away in 11 days.
And quickly, just wrapping it up, when do you think Arteta will get sacked? This season, or probably he's going to be here for 2 more years?
I think this season by Christmas at the latest. But inshallah, let's see what happens.
Okay, I hope the Arsenal fans, I'm not talking about you, but the other ones who are going through their meltdowns can calm themselves and have a positive start to the season, because as I said on one of the streams, and I think it was in a Twitter space as well, Arsenal fans don't want Arsenal to lose. They don't want Arteta to win. So if they don't want Arsenal to lose and they don't want Arteta to win, what do they want then? Because that becomes an irony in itself. Because if Arsenal wins, Arteta wins. If Arsenal loses, then they don't want that. So Arteta out fans have that problem, and hopefully, I know that you're Arteta out, so I'm not even going to ask you in or out. I think most of the people know about that, but I hope that there is good football. We get the results, and we all want only one thing, that is success for Arsenal. So before we wrap it up, again, can you please give a shout out to your channel and where can people find you, so that anyone who watches the video, maybe who's just joined in as well, can subscribe and follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you so much, Nitesh, for having me on your channel. It's been great to come on your channel after a long time. It's been a month since I did streams, and I just want to say thank you to everyone in the chat who tuned into last video on my channel for my post-match reaction. And thank you for everyone for tuning in and subscribing to Beyond the Post's channel as well. If you guys want to tune in to my content and check out the interview I did with Mo Hader, for my post-match of Arsenal versus Chelsea, that's on my latest video on my channel. And you can check out my channel at Miss Melina, and my Twitter is Miss Melina7, and I follow back. So yeah.
And you know, the funny thing is, not just you, it's been a long time since I came on my own channel as well.
Yeah, I know. It's been a while.
It's been a while, and big up to the Rotrack community who's helping me reach monetization soon as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Now they're having a Liverpool discussion and a Klopp discussion as well. So hopefully I see more of you guys regularly active as well. If I myself am active as well. So thank you, Miss Melina, for coming on. And people who have not subscribed to her channel or follow her on Twitter can just check out the details of the credentials are in the description, as I mentioned. And hopefully the start of the season is as positive for all clubs, because this is what is actually keeping us going, the football. When it wasn't around, we really missed it. And big up to all you guys for supporting and cheering us on as well. So thank you so much. Hopefully you can subscribe to each other's channels as well, for all the people who are on YouTube and doing a good job. I thank everyone. There is a long list of names. If I start that speech off, it will probably end up at 2 hours, the video. So I'll just say thank you everyone for your support. And John is saying stop pounding the Purani and have some more videos. Big up Ethan as well. John, the thing is that it's the community that is helping out, and eventually I am contributing to the community. Oh yeah, one last thing before I wrap it up. I like, it's more of a promotional collaboration. It's more like a promotional sponsorship, but we have collaborated and in a partnership with Ratio FC. That is a football manager team. And if you check out the Twitter, I put my Twitter's link as well. We shared the recent picture of the latest jerseys that they have made with Beyond the Post logo on it as well. So thank you so much, Ratio FC as well. It is a mutual promotional collaboration. So big up to those guys as well. Do check out their page as well. And the kit manufacturer as well, that is on Twitter. So hopefully I see you, Miss Melina, soon on a lot more videos. As you said, FPL coming up. There could be so much more to do with that as well. There's a free league. I have put in one of the videos as well. Anyone who's interested can join. We are giving an Beyond the Post jersey out for that as well. So thank you so much for coming on. Any last words for Arteta before we go?
You know what? I just hope we make the right choices this transfer window. There's not long to go. And to me, I need to see more from this team. I need to see some of these deadwood outgoings respectfully. I need to see them out and not signing new contracts. So for me, I want the best for Arsenal. And I will always criticize the team when and where I need to. So I will give the flowers when it's due, but I will be critical of the team because I want what's best for this football club.
So at the end, the flowers can only change color depending on how they perform.
Yes.
But it will. We hope that it is all roses, all the red ones. But one last thing, I want to thank you again for the thumbnail as well. So people who are in the chat as well, if you haven't checked out the thumbnail or you missed the thumbnail, just take a look. It was made by Melina as well. We probably just took maybe 10 minutes of coordination and that was done. So do hit the likes for that as well for the thumbnail. big up to you. Thank you for coming on once again. And last but not the least, I hope that Arsenal starts off the season positively. That is what every goonerette, any Arsenal fan across the globe would want. And I hope that just happens. Probably Morgan Freeman is watching this video and he does his job. So be home, be safe to all you guys in the chat as well. Take care. Thank you, Miss Melina, once again
Take
for
care,
coming
everyone.
on. And come on, you Gunners.